What's up, guys? My name is Brother Cam, and in this episode of Week 1 Wishlist or Nah, I want to talk about a game called Warhaven. It's a multiplayer title that can host matches for up to 32 players in what's described as a 16 versus 16 sword-wielding magic-mongering contest for supremacy in a medieval fantasy setting. You can look at the game and see that it takes some pretty obvious inspiration and mechanics from games like For Honor and Mordhau. Warhaven is being developed and published by Nexon Korea Corporation and is listed as a free-to-play title on the Steam page. As of now, there isn't any clear indication of whether this game has any current plans for release on console. Before we delve into my takes about the game, let's have a look at Warhaven's trailer.
When this war first broke out.
Alright, we got some medieval scenes right now.
And yet still we struggle.
Got the warriors in wait,
with everything we have.
fighting for glory.
Some fight for riches.
I think we're called immortals.
Fame, glory.
Okay, I see it. And we got pole arms, we got swords,
We truly believe.
we got hammers, we got diverse cast. Take a look at that.
Despair. That's what drives us.
Yeah, and since this isn't like covering anything historical, I think the decision to have a bit more diversity within, I guess, the type of warriors you can fight with, it's forward thinking. It definitely is, especially since you're not having to worry about any sort of historical accuracy with a game or a product like this.
And in the name of the immortals, we are brought back.
Okay, we got my man Grey Worm in the game. I see it.
But why return to this carnage? Why doom ourselves to unceasing
Yeah, look at that. We
strife?
got mages, we got wizardry and magic and stuff like that.
Because the bones of this war will build a haven for all.
16 versus 16, boy. Yeah. I think I dig it. I am going to run this back just so I can, because I like to let these play through like kind of like in full the first time.
When this war first broke out.
But now I'm going to pause and I'm wondering, first off, like what engine was made using this. I don't think I saw that in the description on Steam's page. I may double check it. But Nexon, when it comes to games like these that tend to go with a more realistic
everything we have.
graphical aesthetic, they look really good.
Some
At
fight
least
for
to
riches,
my eye, they look really good.
glory. Some fight because we truly believe.
I'm really digging some of those polearm animations as well. And then look at that, you got I forget what those things are called. You got cannons. I'm sure somebody's going to be manning those. You got ballistae. We just saw here like a flag getting lowered. So like this must be a capture
What drives us.
or maybe some sort of a domination territorial. I'm thinking.
Those who fall serving the immortals turn to stone.
They do a really good job of kind of interweaving what appears to be gameplay animation with cutscenes. So this is another reason why I like to run these back while I do the trailer reactions.
And in the name of the immortals, we are brought back to fight anew. But why return to
Okay,
this carnage?
I bet we're gonna have. We're definitely looking like we're gonna have like classes and abilities and stuff like that. Various positions, flankers, tankers, all that kind of stuff.
Bones of this war.
But yeah,
Build a haven.
I'm here for it. And I think when we saw at the end of the trailer the first time was a beta announcement. Yeah, so I think I'm going to definitely at least keep tabs on it, if not participate in it directly. But I am not mad at this at all. So with that said, we are definitely going to go back into the rest of the video, but thanks for watching this with me. After watching the trailer for Warhaven a few times, I can honestly say that I'm interested in the type of gameplay it's claiming to offer. So much so that I'm seriously considering to participate in its beta event this October. A couple minor questions I have is, when it says 16 versus 16, is this the only option for matchmaking? Like, is it up to 16 players or is it always 16 players? Also, how will the game handle teams with lopsided numbers, either due to not enough people queuing or someone disconnecting? The only significant thing that gives me pause for Warhaven is Nexon's lingering reputation of server instability with their multiplayer games. Before I go into my own account with this issue, I want to share a story that recently took place between myself and a Twitch buddy of mine. A few weeks ago, I published a video game preview featuring Nexon's upcoming cooperative shooter, The First Descendant. I was so hyped about the game, I ended up talking about it on stream a short while later. I was asked who was developing The First Descendant, and as soon as I replied Nexon, the person went ballistic and started telling me about their server issues with a game called MapleStory. I took note of his testimony and filed it in the back of my mind, with my hype for The First Descendant still largely intact. Seemingly within that same week or the week after, I participated in Nexon's most recent beta test for Kart Rider Drift, an upcoming kart racer for PC and various platforms. I kid you not, it seemed as if I got disconnected every other race, and this was between the game crashing as I explored the game's menus and settings. So, now I have a personal experience with Nexon's server instability, and I'm looking at a game that's supposed to offer 16 versus 16 sword fights like, how are they going to pull this off? You're struggling to maintain games with 8 racers in the West, why should I be excited for a different title designed to host double that number? And this is before we even get to any kind of conversation about netcode for something as precise as melee-focused combat. Now you're throwing frame data and other items of concern into the mix, and we can't even get past sustained server connectivity. That said, Warhaven seems like a game that may be a bit too ambitious to execute given Nexon's ongoing server issues. It's my understanding that things are a bit more stable for players throughout the Asian regions, but Warhaven is being promoted internationally, and this is why it's an issue for me. I never got into games like For Honor or Mordhau when they were first released, so I considered getting a fresh start into titles like this with Warhaven. I admit, the trailer still has me hyped, but I will definitely need some sort of reassurance regarding Nexon's server stability. Maybe they'll offer improved connectivity during the beta. Maybe I'm being naively optimistic. I just know something positive will have to shake loose from this upcoming testing event to sustain any meaningful interest with this title. Please do not mistake my concerns as some sort of pitchfork piece against Nexon. I want to see Warhaven have a successful launch and earn any accolades it can acquire from fans and critics. I simply can't sit by and pretend that they don't have a significant connectivity issue for many players across multiple global regions. I think for now, I'm going to wishlist and follow Warhaven to stay up to date with its upcoming testing event. If I come away with any confidence regarding server connectivity, I'll offer an update in some form, whether as a video here or in a follow-up post on Twitter. I'm going to wrap up this video, but let me know your thoughts about Warhaven. You can chat with me about it in the comments below or while I'm live on Twitch. Remember to like and share this video, as well as subscribe and turn on notifications if you're new to the channel. For ways to support this content, you can find associated links within the video's description. Until next time, I've been Brother Cam, and this has been a video about Warhaven. Week 1. Wishlist or nah. Free to play edition.